Perfect. Okay. So let's start with some revision of was and where. So normally when we ask questions and we are asking about something singular with who, we are going to say who was. But if we are going to ask about something plural with who, we say who were. So what do you think will be the correct question? Who was the president, the first president, or who were the first president? What do you think is the correct question?
George
What?
Washington.
Was. Oh, very good. And then some of you say it was George Washington. Yes, who was the president of the first president of the United States?
Yes,
Abraham
because
Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln
Abraham Lincoln.
has. No, creo que
Okay.
Abraham Lincoln fue como el 10 y algo.
Abraham Lincoln. Or okay, let's check if it's Abraham Lincoln. No, it's not Abraham Lincoln. Another one said George
George, sí.
Washington. It's George Washington. That's right. Abraham Lincoln was a president, but I think he was not the. He was in the first, but was not the first. In fact, I know because of the banknotes. If you see the banknotes in the United States, the $1 banknote is George Washington. I don't have. I have a $1 banknote, but I don't have it in here. But in the $1, you see George Washington, and Abraham Lincoln is like in the $10 banknote, and so on. So they go with like the first, the next, and they go into the banknotes. Kind of like we have, who is the one? We have Jose Asuncion Silva, I remember, in the $5,000 note, the old one. Now we have Julio Garavito, I think. I don't know. Galan was in the 1,000 banknote in Colombia. Next one. Who was or who were the second person to walk on the moon after Neil Armstrong?
B. Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin. Wait, we got someone who is into. Yes, guys, what do you think? We have Bill Gates, Winston Churchill, J.K. Rowling, and Buzz Aldrin. Yes, I think it was Christian, right? It was Christian.
Christian, sí, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Okay, so you say Buzz Aldrin. Okay, let's check, and that is correct. It was Buzz Aldrin. Correct. Next one. Which country was the winner of the FIFA World Cup in 2010?
B. Spain. Oh, bueno, España, pero no sé cómo se pronuncia.
Spain is correct.
Spain, Alice. Thank you, teacher.
Yes. Okay, not anybody else? Everybody's quiet today. Están muy callados. What happened?
Not idea?
Okay, no idea. You say, okay, yeah. So I think that Diana as well. She says like no sports teacher, so I got no idea. Let's check it is Spain. And that is correct. Spain was the winner of the World Cup in 2010. That was correct. Next one. Were there any female pirates? What do you think? No, there weren't, or yes, there were? Were there female pirates? Like Jack Sparrow is a male pirate. Elizabeth Swann, I think. Was she a pirate? I'm not sure.
There weren't?
No, there weren't. So let's check if there were female pirates. Yes, there were. There were female pirates. They were very good, Maria Fernanda. They were not as popular probably as Thomas Cook or like from the fantasy world of Jack Sparrow at Pirates of the Caribbean. But yes, there were. There were a few, but there were. What was the first Disney character? What was the first Disney character?
A mouse.
Oh, sí.
A mouse? Okay, let's check. No, it was not. It was not a mouse. The most popular, it was a mouse. You know, Mickey Mouse.
An elephant for Dumbo?
An elephant because of Dumbo. No.
No idea.
Camilo said a rabbit. Maria Fernanda, a rabbit. That's correct. Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, a rabbit. A rabbit that was running through the hole. The white rabbit. That was correct. Remember, pronunciation is not Disney. Disney is Spanish. Disney is English. So you say Disney. Disney. Good. Perfect. Where the Aztecs from?
Sí, Mexico.
Mexico? Yes, some of you, Mexico, Camilo as well. 100% sure, Mexico. That's correct, yeah. We get like Native Americans. That's normally if you talk in English and you say Native Americans, hablan de los nativos americanos, siempre piensan de los indios piel roja, so all of them that were living in
Maya.
the States. But exactly, we got the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Incas, if we go here in the Colombia, Chibchas, Muiscas, Panches, etc. So there are a lot of Native Americans, correct? Next one, what was the first animal in space?
A dog, like
A
chimpanzee.
A chimpanzee. Okay, a chimpanzee. It's among a chimpanzee and a dog called Joey. Okay, you say a chimpanzee or a dog. Okay, let's check the chimpanzee. It's not. Now let's check the dog called Laika. If you know, there is an app. I have 1 dog and 3 cats. 3 cats. There is an app called Laika. You know, Laika is for food, for pets. And if you go into the website, they are always showing I don't know, like everything from the space. And is in honor to Laika, to the little dog called Laika. It was a female dog. Next one, where were the first Olympic Games?
Greece.
Greece. Greece.
Greece, correct. Greece, excellent. What company was the first company to be worth $1 trillion? Not even 1 billion, but $1 trillion. What do you think, guys?
Apple. The Apple.
Apple.
Apple. Yes.
So you say, okay, you say Pixar. Pixar or Apple? I got B from John. John says Pixar. Okay. Google. Okay, let's check. So we got Google. No. Let's check Pixar. No. Now let's check Apple. Like Apple. Apple is correct. It was Apple. Apple was the first company to be worth $1 trillion. Good. Next one. When were the members of the Beatles born? Where were the members of the Beatles born? In the 1940s?
B.
In the 1960s?
In the 1960s.
Okay, in the 1930s or in the 1980s? So we got 1960s, another person, the Beatles. She loves you, yeah. B, 1960s. Okay, we got like 3 people saying 1960s.
B, teacher.
B, teacher. Okay, let's check. It is the B. No, it's not B. A, okay, Linda, A. D in the 1980s? No, that is kind of like Maluma. I think so. Or J Balvin.
Millennials.
Yeah, they are from the 1980s. Remember that was born or were born is nacer. So the question will be when. When? In this case, 1940s. Correct. Yeah. So I met someone who met the Beatles. Yo conocí a alguien que vi a los Beatles en concierto. So that's super cool. And he was like, "Ah, I have to go to this concert of these crazy like, people." And he said, I met them. I met them when I was young. So that was pretty cool. What was New York originally called? What was the name of New York originally?
New Paris.
New Paris.
Teacher,
Okay. Uh-huh.
is B, New Amsterdam.
New Amsterdam, correct. It is New Amsterdam, correct. It was called New Amsterdam. Originally it was called New Amsterdam and then they called it New York. That's right. So I was originally like Bogota was called Bacata, no? And then we had Santa Fe de Bogota and now we have Bogota Distrito Capital, right? We have had, Colombia has had a lot of names, no? Estados Unidos de Colombia, Nueva Granada, now República de Colombia. So we have had a lot of names. Good. What was the biggest animal ever? The biggest animal ever.
A, it
D?
was the dipods, a dinosaur.
A dinosaur,
B.
okay. B, the T-Rex, the Diplodocus.
Biggest, es largo, ¿no?
Diplodocus. D, Bridget says the whale, the blue whale, or Jonas well. Okay, let's check with the Diplodocus. Is not. Let's check with the T-Rex. Also not. And let's check with the blue whale. It is. It has been forever. It was in the past the biggest animal and is still. So nowadays, in the present, is still the biggest animal ever. So that we know, right? Because there are a lot of animals that probably we haven't discovered yet. Good. What about 7 billion people alive today? There are about 7 billion people about today. How many people were alive in the 1900s? What do you think? How many people in the world were about? So about what, 5 billion, about 0.5 billion. Remember that in English, a billion is 1,000 million, no? Un mil millones es un billón en inglés, so that you know approximately what we are talking about.
No idea.
No idea?
No idea, teacher.
No idea. I think we have like became really like a lot of people. Okay, so let's check. Probably about 5 billion. No. About 0.5 billion. No. About 9 billion is the correct one. 9 billion people. So there were more people in the past than now. Había más gente antes que ahora. It's supposed to, but we have been killed. Okay, good. So let's continue, and we are going to see, as you notice, the simple past. So as you saw, all the questions were with was or were. In English, we use was and were the same way that we use is, or are, but in the past. So just to check, when we use the past, we need expressions to talk about the past. And the expressions are key, are really important because they set you in that moment. Te ponen en ese momento. If I say, yo vi una película mañana, no. So I saw a movie yesterday. Or veré una película ayer, no. Yo veré una película tomorrow, mañana. In English, it's very important that you have these helps to point you in the specific moment you are talking about or in the specific tense you are talking about. In this case, we are going to start with yesterday. Yesterday, we use it a lot with moments in the day. It's very common that you say yesterday. Yesterday, I saw a movie, or yesterday, I was happy, or yesterday, I had homework, or yesterday, we had homework, and so on. So you can say that. You can say yesterday, we were in class, or we were in class yesterday. As you check in the example, it says the teacher sent homework yesterday. Now, important that you use yesterday, the teacher sent homework, or the teacher sent homework yesterday. O sea, me lo ponen o al principio o me lo ponen al final, pero no pueden poner the teacher yesterday sent homework. No. Yesterday, the teacher sent homework, or the teacher sent homework yesterday. Good? So, al principio o al final. Pues si van a decir ayer en la mañana o ayer en la tarde o ayer en la noche, pues van a utilizar yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, and yesterday evening. Remember pronunciation of yesterday. La Y funciona como una I. Entonces no decimos yesterday, but we say yesterday. Yesterday. Good. Yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening. Good. Also, we have the expressions last. Last is a very, very common expression as well and means pasado. If you say anoche in English o la noche pasada, that will be last night. Or la semana pasada, last week. Or el mes pasado, last month. Or la primavera pasada o el verano pasado, last summer, last spring. Or el lunes pasado, last Monday. O la clase pasada, last class. La pasada, last class, right? Important, as you can see, como pueden ver aquí, en español decimos la semana pasada, el lunes pasado, el verano pasado. En inglés no hay ningún the aquí. Es I learned English last class. Or last class, I learned English. Entonces lo mismo, o utilizamos al principio o al final. ¿De qué depende de que lo utilicemos al principio o al final? A decir yesterday, pues lo que ustedes quieran enfatizar. Si quieren decir, oye, ¿qué hiciste ayer? What did you do yesterday? Ayer, yesterday, I was with my friends. Or I was with my friends yesterday. Entonces miren que en este caso depende de lo que ustedes quieran enfatizar. El ayer, yesterday, or last class. Of course. We worked on something last class, right? In this case, you know what you are talking about, what you are going to do, right? Entonces ahí, importante que no me le metan ese the. No existe la semana pasada, es last. And important as well, at the beginning or at the end. O lo ponen al principio o lo ponen al final. Okay? Good. There are more. Hay otros más como el ago, pero ese lo van a ver en otro nivel. Nosotros nos enfocamos en last y en yesterday. Good. Let's check then the past simple of the verb to be. Entonces les decía, en los usos del verbo to be son muchísimos. Como se dieron cuenta, hicimos un montón de preguntas y solo utilizamos verbo to be. ¿Dónde estaba? ¿Cuál fue? ¿Cuál era? Etc. In English, the verb to be is very used. Por eso, casi que en el nivel 1 veíamos 3 semanas de verbo to be y hasta la última semana trabajamos los otros verbos. ¿Por qué? Porque el tener bien las fuentes o las bases del verbo to be is key, is very important for you for the next tenses. Está el presente continuo, que su base es el verbo to be. Está la voz pasiva, que su base es el verbo to be. Y podemos hablar muchísimo con el verbo to be sin utilizar muchísimos verbos también. ¿Por qué? Porque nos va a servir para dar muchas cosas. You use the verb to be for your name. When you say, my name is. In this case, in past, my name was. Right? So you are talking about the past. Teacher, pero decir mi nombre era, ¿no es raro? Claro que no es raro. Si tú te cambiaste el nombre, pues mi nombre es Lindaura, pero mi nombre era I don't know, Carolina. Caroline. Good. Que entre chiste y chanza, cuando me preguntan cuál es mi nombre y no lo quiero decir, digo que me llamo Carolina. No me pregunten por qué, don't ask why, but my name is Caroline. Because if I say Lindaura, Lindaura es como más común y se consigue más fácil información por ahí. So I say Carolina. So my name was Caroline. I got a friend, for example, tengo un amigo que se llama No. Y su nombre era Andrés. So his name was Andrés. Now his name is No. No. Perfect. Your name. Nationality. I am from. No? I am from Colombia. You can say in the past, of course, if we are talking about someone's life, no? Oh, let's talk about Albert Einstein. No? Albert Einstein was born or was from. Or Nikola Tesla was. Or George Washington was. In this case, we are talking about people who died. But I can say as well, if I change my nationality, I can say my nationality is Colombian, but I was, I don't know, Spanish. Why not? Origin as well, to talk where you're from, de donde vienen. I am from Bogota, but some of you will say my father is from Pesca, my mother is from La Palma, my grandma was from Pesca as well. My grandpa was from Gambita, right? Where you are from, de donde eres, pero también de dónde son las cosas, ¿no? Ferrari is from Italy, or pizza is from Italy, or pasta is from China, right? You are talking about the origin, de dónde vienes, dónde vengo yo, o de dónde vienen las cosas. So as well, we use the verb to be. Occupation, I am, right? Or I was, no? I was a teacher of skating, right? Now I don't teach skating anymore. Or he was, no? He was an engineer, now he's a consultant. Or I was an architect, now I am designer, right? Feelings and emotions. I am hungry, I am happy, I am excited, I am bored, I am interested, right? So you are talking about your emotions or your feelings in past as well. I was hungry yesterday. I was sick yesterday. Now I'm fine. Belonging. This is from when we were talking about whose, ¿no? ¿Se acuerdan la pregunta de whose, de quién es? Esto es, this is from, ¿no? Who's this? This is from my sister. This is my, yeah, no? This is, or that was, right? H as well. I told you that in English, the H always is in the, is with the verb to be, right? So in this case, we always use the verb to be for to talk about was or where. And then we got personal information as well, like my telephone number is, my cell phone is, my email address, my identification. Most always when you are giving that type of information, you will use the verb to be. So you say, no, my telephone number is, my credit number is, my security number is, my health insurance is, or are, depending on. So in this case, we have the verb to be. As you can see here, the examples are in past, but don't worry, I'm gonna explain you how to use the past. Good. So as I told you, we use the past to talk about activities that are completed in the past. That is the simple past. Pasado simple, cosas que ya pasaron y se completaron en el pasado. Yo nací, ya usted nació, nada que hacer. Yo estudié, ya usted estudió, en el colegio no sé qué, ya usted estudió, eso se acabó. The simple past is for actions that were completed in the past, right? And that's why, y por eso utilizamos el last y el yesterday, o el yesterday morning, o yesterday evening. También podemos utilizar fechas on, ¿no? En el 2008, in 2008 or 2008, el 5 de marzo, the 5th of March, la pandemia empezó, ¿no? The pandemic started, ¿no? Ya estamos diciendo que es específico en el pasado. Cuando queremos hacer mezclas y contar historias en el pasado, ahí es donde empezamos a buscar otro tipo de elementos o cositas que nos van a ayudar. Para contar el pasado simple no es el único tiempo. hay más tiempos que nos pueden ayudar, pero este es que ustedes lo hicieron y ya se acabó. Yo comí, desayuné, almorcé, eso ya pasó. In that case, it's simple past. Good. So let's check the simple past of the verb to be. Let's start with the affirmative, no? Affirmative sentences. I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, they were, we were, you were, and they were. Good. So this will be the affirmative form of the verb to be. I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we and you and they were. So the same ones, los mismos del problema de la S, he, she and it, van a presentar nuevamente una S y en este caso va a ser con was. A ese grupito le vamos a sumar I. And in this case will be I, she, he, and it was. And then the others with were. Tendría los que tenían el are, ¿no? Entonces le vamos, ya no van a tener are, van a tener were, para que vean como la asociación. En este caso sería yo era, o tú eras, o él era, o nosotros eran, o estábamos, porque acuérdense que el verbo to be no solamente es ser, sino también estar, ¿no? Yo estaba en la clase, teacher, pero yo estaba en la clase. Entonces, a uno les dice, claro, usted estaba en la clase, ¿dónde está su...? Yo tengo grabadas las clases. Pero en este caso estamos hablando entonces de estar o de ser. Good. Now let's go with the negative sentences. Good. In this case, we use, wait a second. Good, perfect. Good, because I'm getting without battery. Okay, perfect. Now, yes. In the case of the negative, we got wasn't and weren't. Esas serían las dos variaciones del was y del were. Yes, you could say was not and were not, but it's better to contract. Mucho mejor y suena mucho mejor cuando contraemos. Good. So in this case, we got the same ones. Good. Good. Wait. Porque acá nos pusieron good. Perfect. Good. So in this case, we got I wasn't, we weren't, he wasn't, she wasn't, it wasn't, we weren't, you weren't, and they weren't. Important in pronunciation is not was, is was. No? I was, she was, he was, not was. Was doesn't exist. Was it was up? That's was. Good. Was. Correct. Were, yeah, weren't. Okay, that would be the negative. That you can say were not. Of course, you can say as well was not. También está bien, but it's more common to say wasn't and weren't. Good. So as I said in here, was not, is wasn't, and were not, is weren't. Those will be the contractions. Good. Perfect. Next one. Questions, preguntas. Entonces lo mismo que ¿se acuerdan que habíamos esas preguntas con el verbo to be la semana pasada? Y decíamos, are you, is he? Pues lo mismo va a pasar en el pasado. ¿Estaba? Was I? ¿Estabas? Were you? ¿No? Was he? Was she? ¿Estaba ella? ¿Estaba él? Where? Was it at home? ¿Estaba en la casa? Como el carro. Entonces, si el carro estaba en la casa, was it at home? Then we have where, we, estábamos. Were you, estaban ustedes. And were they, estaban ellos, right? The short answers to these questions will be like the ones we have been asking. Yes, I was, or no, I wasn't. Si van a hacer las respuestas largas, yes, I was at home. No, I wasn't at home, right? Those will be the long answers. Good. Okay. So now I'm gonna ask you, and this one you are gonna do on WhatsApp. Esta sí la van a hacer en WhatsApp. Ya, van a tener 4 minutes, 4 minutitos. What you're gonna do, you don't have to write the full sentence, no tienen que escribir la oración completa, sino únicamente la one, van a decir uno, was or wasn't, or were or weren't, ¿no? Dependiendo si es singular o plural, dependiendo si es con I, you, he, she, with. Recuerden nuevamente para objetos, siempre va a ser was because it's singular, were because it's plural, ¿no? Is singular, are plural. Me van a decir esto que sean reales para ustedes, o sea, que sean reales para ustedes, ¿no? Si ustedes nacieron en 1999, perfect, I was born. Si no nacieron en 1999, I wasn't born. Good. So you're going to complete with was, were, wasn't, or weren't. Okay. So let's do it now. You have 4 minutes. 4 minutitos. Me lo escriben en WhatsApp.